Hello my beautiful people, welcome back. I am here with Kepri, who I actually am matching today, so that's kind of cute and slay. No way. A rapid day keeps the ladies away. I'm actually in a really good mood today, so I thought, hey, how can we make that worse? So today we're gonna do misogynistic Facebook memes. The average woman has had sex with over 1,000 different men before she reaches the age of 30. Statistically, this is just not factual. I'm pretty sure it's around, is it 5 or 10? I know it's like way lower. It's like 5 or 10. I've looked this up before, I just cannot remember. Okay, so it seems like there's varying degrees of what people say. It says here 4 to 8 partners. Over here it says an average of 5. Here it says 7.2. Here it says 4.3. So even though there's varying degrees of what the exact average is, it's well under 10. It looks like most of the results are between 4 to like 7. And that's just for women. I didn't even look up men because that's not what this is arguing. So statistically, just incorrect. But here's the thing, even if you have a higher body count than that, even if you have less, it does not change your value. Your person is not defined by the amount of people you've slept with. Some people sleep with lots of people in their life before finding somebody that they want to settle down with. Some people sleep with people forever and never find somebody they want to settle down with. Some people are not monogamous. Some people are not romantically attracted to people at all. Some people just want to focus on a career or a different aspect of their life rather than a forever relationship and sleep around. That's fine. Some people sleep with lots of people and then find somebody they love and fall in love with that person and have a monogamous relationship and get married. It does not matter. Everybody's different and what everybody wants and needs is different. There are people who are asexual that have never slept with anybody, or people who discover they are asexual and have lower body counts. There are people who are monogamous and find somebody right away they want to be with and only ever sleep with one person. It truly is a spectrum and there is no correct answer. Everybody's different. Everybody's gonna have different stories and lives and people they've slept with, and that is totally respectable and fine. As long as you are happy and as long as it's consensual, live your best life. Also, just remember to get STD tested every once in a while and make sure that you're safe and honest with partners. That's all that really matters. I can't see what it's selling. I wish I could. But obviously we have a woman and then a bunch of men lined up, which doesn't that kind of make the men here look kind of bad? That they're all just lined up and wanting this woman. You and your homies are just waiting in line for this one girl. Like, isn't this kind of a self-diss in a way? Because all of them want her. She's not even looking at them in this photo. She's like, ooh, yeah, they want me. But she's not even looking at them. Like, it's all the men that are like desperate for her attention. That if we were to rate this meme, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10 for not even making sense and spreading false info and having a stupid photo. Honestly, 2 out of 10. The only thing that's saving it is that there's words and a photo. It's definitely a meme. After a long year, my husband finally believes I am ready to carry his child in my womb, to feed them with my body, to give him my whole body for his descendants. I'm ready to receive his seed, to become fully his. Can't wait to be impregnated, to he owned. And then Brandy responds with congrats on the raw dogging. I have to see if a woman actually said this. I need to go and find this person and confirm that this is not just a fake account. Oh, I found the account. Respect your man and he will love you. Serve your man and he will protect you. Obey your man and he will guide you. Submit to your man and he will adore you. Oh, all of these are weird tweets about serving men, but it's definitely a fake account ran by a man. I'm sorry, this is not real. Yeah, this isn't real. And it has 6,000 followers from those tweets because they all went viral because they're ridiculous, but this is not real. This is not a real account. Just a good girl is the caption, and then all of the tweets that are on here, I'm not gonna read every single one of them, but you can definitely read them if you want. I'll put them on screen as I'm talking right now. A spanked wife is a happy wife. I have no doubt there are many who wouldn't understand that sentence, but those wives out there who are loved by their husbands and spanked by their husbands understand the dynamics. This truly either feels like a man who made this because he wanted to get out his misogyny and speak as if he was a woman to basically act as if like it's correct. You see this all the time on the internet. There's been a lot of accounts who have been like exposed for pretending to be different parts of minority groups so they can basically say what they want about these groups under a fake identity so they don't get called out. And then it looks like people support these like really weird ideas, but then they're literally exposed for not being that. And this happens like all the time on the internet, and that's the vibe that this is giving. If not, this is a troll account because all of these statements are made to clearly outrage farm and get like mass views. Thanks for going on that deep dive with me, guys. So with that being said, we'll take this meme with a grain of salt now that we've really broke down and found everything from it. Congrats on the raw dogging is truly like the statement I want to say when people say shit like this. I saw like a meme one time that was like when teachers come into your classroom and announce they're pregnant and we all know that they did it without a condom or something like that. Pregnancy announcements are like great because it's beautiful and it's amazing that you are starting your family, and I hope one day I'll have an announcement, and like, yes, like beautiful, amazing, love that for everyone. 2010s, 36, 19. I need a real man, not a boy. 20-year-old. Okay. 2020s, 30. You're a pedophile. 31. What the fuck? 20. Why does her face look like why is she tongue out? She's like, eh. First of all, nobody's saying this. This is just a weird take. But also, the problem is you're blaming the 19-year-old for being groomed in this. Like, this is very much giving victim blaming, where she's like, I need a real man, not a boy, because so many women are literally told from a young age that they're supposed to grow up, get married, start a family, find a man, like literally raised from a young age to have this, and then they have some weird old guy come around who like sweeps them up and is like, let's go. And so then we see the 2020s version, and all we're seeing is the man doing exactly what happened to that 19-year-old, as if the girl is in the wrong for being groomed and being like, I need a man, when that's probably what she's been told her whole life. It's kind of like if you watched my last video on like gender roles and stuff like that, gender roles TikTok, how there was women on TikTok being like, I'm training my literal toddler to grow up and know that she needs to serve a man and find a man and be with a man. This is the kind of thing that happens, is these young girls get swept up in relationships with these older people because they're told this is what they're supposed to do. It's really sad, actually. So I don't really understand the point of the meme being like, oh, she rejected him when she was with an older man, but now that she's 30 and has like grown up and can recognize the issues within this, she's calling out somebody for doing that. Because like when you're groomed or you're a victim of this scenario like this, like a lot of people will see it later in life, like hindsight 2020. Like you see it once you've lived it and experienced it and have had time to like sit with that. You're basically saying, oh, this victim was being victimized and I went, okay, I'm gonna try to groom and victimize somebody else 11 years later, and then she's gonna call me out for it. Like, I'm gonna give this one a 3 out of 10. It has words, it has pictures, but mainly it only gets the extra point because the face of that baby. Absolutely terrifying, demonic. Here we have Jesus saying, I created you to be a companion for the man. And then the devil saying, no, you have to travel and focus on your career and have life experience, ha ha ha. You know what? At least the devil has a job, Rick. At least the devil is an active member of our community. I'll never understand these like misogynistic Christian memes because like, who's winning here? You're telling like a woman like, no, give up everything for a man because Jesus said so. Like, this is not swaying anyone. Nobody's gonna look at this and be like, oh fuck, you're right. The only people who are gonna look at this and be like, yeah, are specifically misogynistic Christian men. I understand the whole idea is like the devil's tempting, right? The devil's tempting you to sin with travel and then career and life experience. Ooh, like, I'm sorry, are women just supposed to not have a life? Are women just only supposed to be here to serve a man and nothing else? The whole autonomy that they have if God is real, right? Like, there's strong-willed women, there's strong-willed men, there's independent women, there's independent men. Like, you see what I'm saying? The idea that these women can all have different personalities and form different thoughts and have different opinions, and then you're gonna tell me God made women that way only to serve men? Like, if God truly made women to serve men, don't you think he would have changed some things? Don't you think he would have been like, if there is a God, he gave women autonomy and free will and the power to choose, and you want to call anything that's not serving a man devil temptation? Well, doesn't that make your God evil? If he only created women to be servants and slaves? It never makes sense. That's not a loving God. That would be a horrendous God, actually. And that would make the devil the good guy, being like, hey, live your life. Whoa, crazy. How many more innings before Travis gets a free throw? Fuck Taylor Swift. I can't remember the exact caption that the person said of this, but it was something along the lines of, ah yes, shaming women instead of enjoying the time your daughter's spending with you, which is truly how I feel about a lot of the men who are complaining about like their kids and their wives like watching football with them now. Because I've seen like multiple TikToks that are along the lines of this, right? Wouldn't you want to use it as a chance to bond? Like, you have something you love and you have something your wife or your child loves, and they're in the same room and they're creating an experience where you guys can enjoy this together. Even if it is over something separate, you can still commingle. Also, Taylor Swift was on screen for less than a total of a minute at the Super Bowl. If you are somebody who's like, she's ruining football, football because she's on screen all the time. She's not on screen all the time. I think the actual average was like 30 seconds for almost every game. And then if your next argument is, well, it's football, she shouldn't be on there at all. There's lots of celebrities that they show quickly on screen. Sure, she gets an extra 15 seconds compared to those celebrities. Oh my God. Football is all about entertainment. The point is entertainment and to get as many viewers as possible. Taylor Swift is bringing in more revenue and entertainment value for the NFL. Of course, they're going to use it. Of course, that's gonna happen. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, oh, your little girl's hanging out with you and enjoying something you enjoy, even if it's for a slightly different reason. Maybe she has the chance to actually enjoy football now that she's opened up to it in a way that she wasn't before. Maybe it's just quality time where you guys can sit and talk and watch the same thing, even if you're both watching for different reasons. Maybe love your daughter. Maybe show an interest in her. This meme gets a 3 out of 10 mainly because the little girl looks like Pac-Man and that makes me laugh. That's live logic. No uterus, no opinion on abortion. Okay, no guns, no opinion on gun laws. So there's so many things that are dumb about this. First of all, bodily autonomy is very different than a gun. If you truly think a gun is the equivalent of a woman's bodily autonomy, you already see women as less than to a degree that I will never be able to change your opinion on. Like, that is absolutely just disgusting to me that you think an object is the equivalent of a human person. Second of all, a lot of liberals own guns, and I don't understand how conservatives just truly can't get this through their head. There are very few people I've actually met, and I'm not saying these people don't exist, right? But most of the time when I meet people and they're talking about gun laws, they're usually talking about making gun laws stricter or taking away certain guns for specific reasons. Like the nuance there's a gray area that I feel like conservatives are always like, they're trying to take our guns, and then most people are like, no, we just have ideas on how to make it simpler, or how to make it better, or how to reduce school shootings, like stuff like that. So when you say, okay, no opinion on gun laws, a lot of liberals do have guns, or have access to guns, or have opinions that are not about taking away your guns. And on the other side of things, a gun can affect other people in the sense that it is like, can cause mass destruction, as we've seen like over and over and timeless times again in the US. It is something that is directly affecting multiple other people. I guess if you want, I could see somebody turning around to my point being like, oh, what about the woman who wants to abort the baby? Well, first of all, depends what you see as a baby. Personally, I see it as a clump of cells. I could walk down the street and be affected by somebody having a gun. I cannot walk down the street and be affected by a random woman's uterus, because that is her uterus in her body. And then I guess if you are of the opinion that abortion is wrong, which I am not, I'm very much pro-choice, well, she is affecting the bodily autonomy of the baby, in which case it's still her body. The baby sources off her body. That should still be her choice as it affects her, not you physically. Like, physically does not affect you at all. Yeah, you could argue like, what if the man wants the baby? Like, whatever, you could argue a million things. But physically, if we're talking about a gun versus a body, a gun can take somebody's life. That is literally nowhere near the situation. Not the equivalent at all. The most a woman can do with her uterus is abort. Plain and simple. I don't view that as a baby, as many people don't. I understand some people do, but at the end of the day, that's still her body, her choice, her right to her own autonomy. Whereas a gun takes away somebody else's autonomy, can affect people on the street that have literally nothing to do with it. So it's just like, see, this is like, I don't even know why I'm sitting here arguing this, because like I said at the beginning, like, they're just not equivalents. If you truly don't see a woman and her body as worth more than an object, I cannot argue with you. There's nothing to be done here. There's nothing to say. You can't compare the two. And if you truly think that, then there's no reason to even talk here. Yeah, I think I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm still having a good day. That was fine. Thank you so much for watching. My socials will be in the description. My cat's taking a nap over there. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Oh, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Yeah, normal YouTube stuff. Bye.